Naughty Nigel. Naughty Nigel thought that he could do anything he wanted. Whenever he was asked to do something he hated, he would pretend not to hear properly. Then he would do just what he wanted. His parents thought that he was trying to be good. It's just that his ears didn't work very well. However, the best head doctor in the world couldn't find anything wrong with Nigel's ears. This is the sort of thing that Nigel did. On Monday, his father asked him to wash the dishes. Yes, Dad, said Nigel, and away he went, and nobody saw him again until that evening. When Nigel came into the kitchen to give that cat its supper, his father asked about the dishes. "Oh," said Nigel, "I thought you said wash the fishes. That's what I've done. But they weren't very dirty." Father felt sorry for Nigel and his ears that didn't work properly. On Tuesday, Nigel had to go to the dentist, who wanted to make a hole in his teeth and then fill it again. "Get your hat," said Mother, who was going to see him to the bus. After 2 hours of searching, she found Nigel in an upstairs corner with his paints. Mother was cross because it was too late for the dentist, and she shouted at Nigel. "I'm sorry, Mum," he said. "I thought you said paint the cat." Painting the cat. Mother felt sorry for Nigel and his sleepy ears. Poor cat. Nigel was naughty on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday too. It was a lovely week. When asked to dust the stairs, he went to the zoo to bust the bears. Well, they were too big to bust, so he just teased them terribly instead. He had lots of fun doing all of his favourite bad things. All the time the grown-ups said how sorry they felt because of his ears and gave him little presents. On Saturday, Nigel went to play in the woods. His parents had told him, "Be home by 7. Thought Nigel. I think I heard them say 11. So Nigel stayed out dreadfully late. So late that he began to doze under a tree. Then strange things began to happen. The trees about him seemed to move and change colour. Strange animals popped out of the ground, and Nigel didn't know if he was awake or asleep. A strange little man came skipping along the path. The little man seemed friendly, and he spoke in a squeaky voice. "Hello, welcome to Nightland. This is where dreams come true. I'm in charge." He peeped into a tiny red book. "You're Nigel, yes? What would you like? Magic? Money? Wildest dreams?" The little man seemed to be in a frightful hurry, and his words tumbled out. Nigel was so surprised he couldn't think of a single wish. The little man hopped from foot to foot. "Hurry! Hurry, boy! I haven't got all night!" Still, it was a chance that was too good to miss, and Nigel blurted out the first thing that came into his head. I wish I had a golden rose." There was a puff of striped smoke, and something happened. Nigel had a huge golden nose. It was so huge he could see it without a mirror, and it was extremely heavy. The little man listened to Nigel's wails. "Oh," he said, "I'm sorry. I thought you said a golden nose. Never mind, you can have that wish again." This time Nigel knew exactly what to wish for. "I wish my nose was the way it was before." "Granted," said the little man. Nigel touched his nose. It was still long and glossy. Then he noticed his feet. "What have you done?" he shrieked. "I wanted my nose to be the way it was before." The little man frowned. "Oh," he he said. I'm so sorry. I thought you wanted your toes to cover more of the floor. Never mind, you can have that wish again. Nigel stared at his monstrous feet and his golden nose and said carefully, I wish my feet were just an ordinary pair. Nigel watched his feet, and to his horror, they began to turn brown and hairy. What's happening? He sobbed. All I wanted was an ordinary pair of feet. Oh, said the little man. Pear? Sorry, I thought you said bear. Never mind, you can have that wish again. Not likely, gasped Nigel through his tears. Things are getting worse and worse. Sobbing into his soggy brown fur, he fled blindly into the Nightland forest. Nigel stumbled on, not noticing the way that Nightland changed into the ordinary dayland he was used to. Dawn was just breaking as he arrived home. As quiet as a mouse, he crept into bed. He felt uncomfortable because his pyjamas didn't fit. Tucking his horrid golden nose under the blankets, he tried to sleep. All he could think about was what his friends would say when he went to school. There he is, getting into bed. How they would laugh at a bear with a big feet and a long golden nose. Next morning, Nigel rushed to the mirror to find that he was his old ordinary self again. He was so happy he spent the day doing not so very naughty things. In the afternoon, his father came into the garden when Nigel was playing circuses with the cat. Would you go to the orchard and collect some logs? Said father. Nigel had a wonderfully, gloriously, interesting, naughty idea. He would pretend that he thought his father had said collect dogs. Then he would fill the garden with dogs for his circus. Yes, Dad, said Nigel. But Nigel didn't collect dogs. He collected logs. He remembered his dream and didn't want to be mixed up with misunderstandings ever again. Or was it a dream? It seemed awfully real at the time. Was it? Or wasn't it? Naughty Nigel.